This video did not come to you by chance. It was sent by something greater. Maybe God, maybe the universe, or maybe your future self, calling you back. There are times when we feel that life is leading us to something. A sign, a message, a wake-up call. And today, you are facing this call. Because within you there is a strength that has not yet been forgotten. Even if the body feels the weight of the years. Even if memory sometimes fails. Even though the energy seems to have gone into hiding. Still, there is a breath of life asking to blossom. You may even feel that time has stolen your vitality. But the truth is that time also keeps secrets. Secrets revealed by those who have lived through the decades. Men and women who reached 80, 90, even 100 years old. And they discovered that youth is not just of the flesh. Youth is of the soul. And the soul can renew the body. Imagine someone who is 94 years old, standing, watching the sun rise, taking a deep breath, as if each morning were a sacred gift. This someone is not an exception. It is not a rare miracle. It is a living testimony that there are simple, almost invisible habits that transform old age into a time of light. Have you ever noticed how certain people radiate calm? Even with wrinkles, they shine brighter than many young people. It's as if they carry a secret flame within them, a vital energy that does not fade. These are the secrets that few tell. Secrets kept in the silence of the mornings. Maybe you're tired of waking up and feeling heavy. Maybe you open your eyes in the middle of the night and can't sleep anymore. Or maybe you wonder when your energy started to fade. These signs are not a punishment. They are reminders. They are life's invitation for you to reconnect with your own strength. Because it's not just age. It's not just destiny. It's a choice. And choices can be renewed, even after 60, 70, 80 years. Every morning, when the light shines through the window, a new chance is born with it. A chance to breathe differently. To treat the body not as a burden, but as a temple. To listen to the wisdom that lives in every cell. What you are about to hear now is not theory. It's not a magic formula. It's the way. A path that has already been walked by those who found in their morning routine a fountain of youth. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. The sun touching your skin. The silence filling your mind. Slow breathing, bringing clarity and harmony. Every simple gesture becoming a ritual. Not for the body only, but for the spirit that commands the body. If you've come this far, it's because something inside you wants to be reborn. Something in you refuses to accept the idea of aging as just loss. Because aging, when done wisely, is also ascending. It is also about freeing yourself from useless weight and walking towards the light. What follows will show you how to turn mornings into portals. Healing portals. Portals of vitality. Portals of youth that are not measured in years, but in vital energy. And while you listen to me, remember, the secret to long life is not just surviving. It's awakening. And this awakening begins now. You know what it's like to open your eyes before the sun even rises, and feel like rest hasn't come. Your head feels heavy, your body needs more sleep, but the clock doesn't forgive. It's as if the night had been just a short pause, unable to restore his strength. And it's not just sleep. Sometimes memory slips. You walk into a room and forget what you were going to get. Or you talk to someone and notice that certain words are hidden, as if they were playing get lost. That's scary, isn't it? It feels like something precious is being ripped away, little by little. There is also weakness in the muscles. Getting up from your chair is not as simple as it used to be. The body takes time to respond. And what was once natural, like walking effortlessly, now requires attention and even courage. At night, rest is interrupted more than once. The body calls. You have to get up, go to the bathroom, go back to bed, and often there is no more sleep to catch up on. You are not alone in these pains. Millions feel the same. It is the silent language of the body, asking for new care. But understand, if the body speaks, it is because there is still vitality within you. He didn't give up. He calls for a new path. How many times have you asked yourself, is this it? Is life just going to be like this now, this slowness, this tiredness? But something inside you still resists. There is still the desire to wake up with energy, to walk without pain, to live without this constant weight. This shows that the flame is still burning. And it is precisely this flame that can be fed. I want you to feel right now that there is true hope. That each of these symptoms is not a sentence. They are just signs that it's time to change course. The body is not against you. He just asks for attention. He asks for new habits, new choices, new mornings. And look, if this message has reached you now, don't ignore it. It could be the universe itself putting before your eyes what you needed to hear. Don't let this call go unnoticed. Stay with me until the end, because in the next words you will find simple but transformative paths. And if you feel in your heart that this awakening can help others too, remember to subscribe and share. This way, more people will be able to receive this light that now touches their lives. You don't have to accept insomnia as fate. You don't have to accept the loss of energy as a condemnation. Vitality hasn't disappeared, it's just hidden behind choices, habits, small mistakes that can be corrected. And when these mistakes are exchanged for gestures of wisdom, the body responds. It blooms again. He stands like a tree that seemed dry, but still has deep roots. Now, imagine yourself looking in the mirror. You can even see the signs of age, but along with them, imagine seeing a sparkle in the eyes, a firmness in the body, and serenity in the mind. It is possible. And that possibility begins with the awareness that is now ignited within you. So take a deep breath. Feel that every pain you experience is not the end, but the starting point. What lies ahead is more than promise. It's the way. And if you continue, you will realize that there is a hidden youth in every cell, waiting to be awakened. We often hear that all of this is just a consequence of age. That insomnia, poor memory, and lack of energy are inevitable. As if aging were a path already laid out, with no possibility of change. But that's not the whole truth. The body is not a broken clock. It is a living temple, capable of regenerating itself when given the right care. It is not age that steals vitality. These are the habits we build, often without realizing it. And what has been built can be transformed. Think for a moment. Why do some people reach 90 with vigor and serenity, while others, much younger, already feel exhausted? The answer is not just in the years lived. It's in the way we treat each day, each morning, each choice. Have you ever wondered how many small gestures, repeated throughout life, shape the state of your body and mind? An extra cup of coffee late at night. An ignored silence, replaced by the screen that shines until dawn. A heavy food, consumed when the body just wanted rest. These are details, but details that, together, build or destroy vitality. And this is where the revelation lies. It is not destiny, it is not a sentence. It's a habit. And habits can be changed. Just as water carves stone with patience, new habits can carve a new life within you. Time, which seemed like an enemy, can become an ally. Every morning can be a new beginning, a rebirth. You don't need to expect great miracles. Transformation is born from simplicity, of small but consistent choices. Imagine the scene, the sun rising, the silence of the morning, the body gratefully receiving the first conscious breath of the day. This simple gesture is already a portal, a sign that the body can still be re-educated, rebalanced, renewed. The secret is to believe that there is still a way, because it exists. And he doesn't demand calendar youth. It only requires a willingness to listen to the wisdom of the body and respect the rhythm of life. What once seemed like a condemnation, sleepless nights, tiredness upon waking, lack of energy, can turn out to be an opportunity. The opportunity to learn from your own body and give it back what it has always sought: harmony. You may not realize it, but within you there is still a reserve of strength. She is asleep, waiting to be awakened. And when you touch it, the body will respond. Mornings will no longer be heavy, the mind will find clarity, the heart will feel light. The truth is simple and liberating. It's not your age that defines your energy, it's how you choose to live each day. And that choice is in your hands now. What comes next is not just an explanation. It is the revelation that behind the symptoms you know so well, there is a hidden cause. Something silent but powerful that has been fueling these difficulties without you realizing it. And it is about this hidden enemy that we are going to talk now. There is something hidden in your everyday life. Something silent, almost invisible, but that acts as an energy thief. It doesn't appear on exams. No one usually talks about him in quick conversations. But it's there, slowly stealing your clarity, your disposition, your peace. This hidden enemy does not wear a frightening face. On the contrary, it often arrives gently, almost like an innocent pleasure. A sweet before bed. That soap opera or series that keeps your eyes glued to you until late at night. The cold light of the cell phone illuminating the room, when the body was already asking for darkness and silence. These small gestures, repeated night after night, seem harmless. But they are the ones who feed the fog in the mind. They are the ones that weaken the body when it most needs rest. Sugar doesn't just nourish the palate. It feeds the confusion within the brain. The screen doesn't just show images. It traps your vital energy, preventing the spirit from diving into the healing sleep. And so, you wake up tired. Even after hours of lying down, the body does not restore itself. The mind wakes up heavy, slow, as if walking in a fog. You feel unexplained pain, notice your memory failing, notice that your heart no longer beats with the same strength. But look, there's no blame. We all, at some point, feed this enemy without realizing it. We do this because we seek comfort. A sweet that calms, a distraction that makes us forget. But what seems like comfort becomes poison. And with each repetition, vitality is drained. This is the silent mistake that almost no one talks about. It's not the age. It's not bad luck. It's the invisible habit that repeats itself in the dark. And as long as he is not enlightened by consciousness, he will continue to draw strength. Now, understand, the simple act of recognizing this enemy is already a step towards transformation. When you know where the obstacle is, you can choose another path. When you understand that it is not destiny, but habit, the door to change opens. Imagine what it would be like to wake up in the morning and feel light. A clear mind. The serene heart. This is not a distant dream. It's the result of small choices. Swapping nighttime sugar for the calm of a gentle infusion. To exchange the light of the screens for the embrace of silence. To allow sleep to be sacred again. And as you hear these words, feel a part of you already beginning to recognize the truth. The hidden enemy no longer has as much power. Conscience weakens him. And with each gesture of light, you return to the body the vital energy that was dormant. If this message touched something in you, if it brought clarity to what was really happening, let your heart record this moment with gratitude. Gratitude is also a healing gesture. And when you enjoy it, it's not just a button flipped, it's like you're saying to the universe, I receive this light, I accept this awakening. Because the next step is already before you. And in it, we will reveal not only the enemy, but the remedy. Simple, practical, and sacred solutions capable of restoring the youthfulness of your soul to your body. Now that the fog has begun to clear, it's time to look at the path to healing. Because if there is a silent enemy, there are also discreet but powerful allies. They are ancient, simple, accessible practices that unite the physical and the spiritual. Small gestures that, repeated consciously, open the door to new vitality. The first of these is breathing. Not an automatic, hurried breath, but the sacred breath. When you take a deep breath, hold it for a few moments, and then let it out slowly, something changes. It's not just oxygen that gets in. It's the light. It is the clarity that invades every cell. This gesture calms the heart, silences the mind, and awakens the spirit. Just a few minutes of conscious breathing, right after waking up, can change the energy of your entire day. Another ally is in the water. But not just any water. Morning water, taken in silence, like a ritual. As you drink it slowly, imagine that it not only hydrates your body, but washes away memories of tiredness, clears your mind, and purifies your energy. It's as if each sip is a silent prayer, restoring freshness to your veins and harmony to your heart. There is also the wisdom of fruits. Some of them carry an energy that goes beyond nutrients. An apple, a slice of papaya, some grapes at dawn are not just food. They are symbols of life, of rebirth. They awaken the body gently, without heaviness, without excess. Fruit is light in the form of food. It is vital energy that transforms into vigor. Another sacred practice is contact with silence. Many wake up and already seek the noise of the television, the news, the conversations. But the soul asks for calm. The first hour of the day can be a golden hour if offered to silence. Sit, breathe, listen only to what comes from within. It is in this silent space that wisdom is revealed, that the heart finds direction, that the body reorganizes itself. And we can't forget about movement. It doesn't have to be heavy, it doesn't have to be fast. It could be gentle stretching, a light walk, or some gestures of gratitude with your body. Movement is prayer in physical form. Every muscle that awakens is a reminder that there is still life flowing within you. And the body, when moved with respect, responds with renewed strength. These simple gestures are not mere routines. They are portals. Each of them makes room for vital energy to circulate again. Each of them reminds the body that it is a temple, not a burden. And by uniting breath, water, fruit, silence, and movement, you create a sacred circle. A circle that protects, that heals, that rejuvenates. Perhaps, until now, you have believed that you needed big changes, difficult solutions. But true wisdom lies in simplicity, in something that anyone can do, anywhere, at no cost, without complications. The power is not outside. It's in. And these daily rituals only remind the body of what it has always known, how to live in harmony. As you listen to these words, imagine yourself waking up calmly tomorrow morning, feeling the air go deep into my lungs, letting the water purify your interior, savoring the fruit as if it were a gift from the earth, embracing silence like an old friend, moving the body as if dancing with life. These are the first steps of a rebirth. These are not tricks. These are not passing formulas. They are seeds. And when you plant these seeds each morning, inevitably, the harvest will come. A harvest of peace, strength, clarity, youth that is born not from the skin, but from the soul. And as this sacred circle becomes established in your routine, something deeper begins to happen. An inner transformation that goes far beyond the body. A change that begins invisible, but soon becomes palpable, luminous, liberating. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath, slowly, feeling the air fill every space inside you. Now, imagine your mind as a lake. A lake that, for a long time, was agitated. Restless waves, strong winds, murky waters. This lake is your inner life, which has been shaken so many times by pain, tiredness, and worries. But as you breathe, the lake begins to calm down. The waves become smaller. The surface, previously turbulent, becomes smooth and mirror-like. And in that peaceful mirror, you begin to see something that was hidden, your true essence. Clear, bright, serene. Now visualize a soft light appearing right in the center of your chest. It's a small but constant flame. It pulses with every beat of your heart. And with each breath, that flame grows. Light up from within. It heats every cell. It expands through the arms, legs, head, until it covers the entire body. This light is not imaginary. She is real. It is the vital energy that has always been there, but that for a long time was stifled by habits, by pain, by distractions. Now, you call her back. Now, you allow it to flow unhindered. Feel how this light runs through your joints, dissolving tension. It reaches the muscles, bringing firmness and smoothness at the same time. It reaches the internal organs, harmonizing what was previously in disorder. It touches your mind, sweeping away the confusion, bringing clarity and calm. As this light expands, imagine your body as a garden. A garden that, for a time, was neglected. Some flowers withered, some leaves fell. But the soil remains fertile. And the light you now feel is like the sun that renews this garden. The flowers begin to rise again. The fruits appear. The scent of life spreads. Tell yourself, silently or in a low voice, my mind is calm. My body is strong. My vital energy is renewed every day. Repeat these words with faith, because they are not just sentences. They are seeds thrown into the fertile soil of your consciousness. And every time you affirm, the root of those seeds grows deeper. And the deeper the roots, the stronger the tree of your life will be. Now, visualize yourself walking down a golden road. This road is illuminated by the same light that shines within you. The path is light, serene. The steps are firm, without pain, without weight. With every step, your body feels younger, not in years, but in vitality. With each step, the soul expands in peace. This is the awakening of your inner transformation. It doesn't matter what's left behind. It doesn't matter how many years have passed. The present is the soil. The now is the seed. And you are blooming. While the light still shines brightly within you, hold on to that feeling. Let her stay with you. Let it be your companion every morning, in every breath, in every gesture. Because this light is the living reminder that you are not just a body. You are energy, wisdom, harmony. And every time you connect with this vision, your entire being will remember. Healing has already begun within you. Now that the light is spreading within you, it is time to understand an even deeper truth. Healing is not just a physical process. It is a silent rebirth that happens in every choice, in every thought, in every emotion you allow to blossom. Understand how, throughout life, we learn to accumulate invisible weights. Old hurts, painful memories, worries that never cease. All this becomes like stones carried in the heart. And when the heart carries too much weight, the body responds. He becomes slow, tired, closed to vital energy. But you don't have to carry that burden forward. The moment now is an invitation. An invitation to let go of what no longer serves you. Take a deep breath and imagine that with each exhale, you let go of one of these stones. Feel the relief of being lighter. Feel the clarity of walking without the weight of the past. Life, from that moment on, no longer needs to be just about survival. It can be celebration. Each dawn can become a blessing, not a repetition of pain. And when you choose to live with this awareness, even your later years become fertile. Because the soul does not age. It renews itself when you let it breathe. Now imagine yourself sitting in front of a horizon illuminated by the sunrise. The sky still holds soft night tones, but the light begins to overcome the darkness. This sunrise is you. Each ray that breaks through the shadows is a new habit you plant, an emotion healed, a memory transformed. With each new morning, you are also reborn. Repeat to yourself, I am light. I am clarity. I am vital energy in harmony. These words are not just statements. They are keys. Keys that open internal doors to states of peace that previously seemed distant. And the more you connect with them, the more you realize that vitality does not depend on physical youth, but on spiritual wisdom. It doesn't matter what they told you about getting older. It doesn't matter how many times they repeat that there is no way out, that loss is inevitable. Now you know there is a choice. There is a path of healing that begins within and then blossoms without. Allow yourself to feel this rebirth. Let calm, clarity, and harmony become your new home. And if these words awaken something in you, if they touched a memory or an emotion, share in the comments what was born in your heart. Every word you write is also part of your healing. It's as if you were saying to the universe, I accept, I acknowledge, I walk in the light. And so, with this new awareness, we move forward together. Because awakening doesn't end here. He has just begun. And the next breath of wisdom will show you that you are not alone. Never was. And that the energy that now flows within you also connects with a greater force, capable of sustaining each step of this journey. You are not alone. Never was. Even on the quietest days, when it seemed like no one understood your pain, there was a presence by your side. A greater force, invisible to the eyes, but felt in the heart. Some call her God. Others, of universe. Others still, just of life. The name doesn't matter much. What matters is that this presence exists, sustains, guides, surrounds you with every breath. Remember how many times you have gone through difficulties that seemed unbearable. Moments when I believed I didn't have the strength to continue. And yet it continued. It was no accident. It wasn't just his will. It was also this greater force that held him when his hands were no longer steady. It was this energy that lifted him up when his body seemed to fall. Now, as you breathe calmly, imagine yourself enveloped in a cloak of golden light. This cloak descends from above, touches your shoulders, covers your entire body. You feel safe, you feel warm, you feel peace. This is the living reminder that there is something greater than any pain. And that something greater never leaves you. Many believe that as we get older, we become increasingly distant from life. But the truth is the opposite. Over time, matter wears out, but the spirit approaches the essence. Each year lived is one more step towards wisdom. And this wisdom is not just memory. It is a treasure that reveals itself when you connect with the divine presence that has always accompanied you. Look inside yourself and realize how many times you have received signs. A dream that seemed like a message. An unexpected encounter. A word that arrived at the right time. These are all reminders that you never walked alone. There is a greater symphony governing every detail of your journey. Allow yourself to trust in this strength. Let it rest in your heart like a serene river. Imagine this river running inside you, cleansing away sorrows, taking away fears, making room for the simple joy of existing. This river does not dry up, because it is fed by the source of life. And every time you close your eyes and breathe, you can feel this stream of light flowing towards you. Tell yourself, gently, I am guided. I am supported. I am part of something bigger. By repeating these words, you remember that your story is not just about pain and loss. She is also made of silent miracles, of cures that happened without explanation, of encounters that transformed her life. And when you look back with gratitude, you realize that this greater presence was with you every step of the way. Now, open your heart and feel. This same force that sustained the past is the one that illuminates the present and prepares the future. It does not get lost, it does not weaken, it does not disappear with age. On the contrary, the more you open yourself to it, the stronger it becomes within you. This is true youth. Not that measured in years, but that which is revealed in inner peace, in clarity of mind, in lightness of heart. Because when you feel part of something bigger, life doesn't weigh you down. Life flows. And each dawn becomes another chance to walk side by side with the light that has always accompanied you. When you begin to feel this greater presence, something inside you quietly shifts. It's not just hope, it's a gentle certainty, like the touch of the breeze on your face. A certainty that there are still paths to be taken, that life continues to flourish even after so many seasons. And in this blossoming, you realize that the true power of vitality lies in harmony. Harmony between body, mind, and spirit. There is no point in just taking care of the flesh if the mind remains agitated. It is not enough to just calm the mind if the body does not receive adequate movement and nutrition. And there is also no fullness if the spirit is forgotten, like a muffled voice amidst the noise of the world. Now, breathe and feel this alignment. The body is the temple. The mind is the altar. The spirit is the flame that gives life to everything. When these three forces come together, you find balance. And in this balance, age loses weight, pain dissolves, and life becomes lighter. Imagine yourself as an ancient tree. Its roots are deep, they hold stories, memories, victories, and losses. Its trunk is firm, even with some marks, scars of time. But its branches still open to the sky, full of leaves that breathe life. That's you. The root is experience. The trunk is the strength. The branches are the opening to the future, to new beginnings, to the light that keeps coming. Many people think that when they reach old age, there is nothing new anymore. But the truth is that every day can be a rebirth. Each morning can be lived like the first, with fresh eyes and a willing heart. The body may have limits, but the soul knows no boundaries. And when you awaken this awareness, you realize that you can still learn, you can still teach, you can still flourish. Now, visualize a golden flame on top of your head. It connects with the greater light of the universe. This flame does not go out. It feeds your clarity, your wisdom, your peace. And the more you allow this flame to shine, the more you realize that life is not measured in years, but in energy. Repeat silently, like a prayer. I am balance. I am wisdom. I am vitality in harmony. These words take root within you. They remind you that every cell in your body is part of this sacred temple. They remind you that your mind can be as serene as the lake, as clear as the morning sky. They remember that their spirit is eternal, and that true youth is born from that eternity. As this vision grows within you, feel that it is not just individual transformation. It's as if your light also illuminates those around you. Your peace is contagious. Your serenity inspires. Your vitality becomes an example. And so the cycle is complete. You receive from life, and life receives from you. This is the secret of those who age gracefully. It's not just resisting time, but dancing with it. It is letting each day be music, each morning be prayer, each gesture be a bridge between body and spirit. And by understanding this, you prepare yourself for the great closure of this journey. A closure that is not an end, but a beginning. The point where awakening turns into certainty, and certainty turns into full life. We have reached this moment, and if you are still here, listening to every word, it is because something inside you has awakened. It was no coincidence. It wasn't luck. He was called. A call that transcended time, distractions, and even pain, to touch your heart directly. Notice how your breathing is different now. Calmer, deeper, more aware. Notice how your mind has quieted, as if the weight of your thoughts has lost its strength. And feel your body. It's not the same one that started this journey. He is lighter, more alive, more present. This is transformation happening. It's proof that true youth isn't in your skin, but in the energy that circulates within you. You discovered that you are not a prisoner of age. He discovered that he is not a hostage to fatigue. He discovered that within him there is a light that never went out, and that now has found space to shine again. This light is your strength. This light is your vitality. This light is your rebirth. Look at yourself with gratitude. You are not just someone who has survived so many years. You are someone who has carried stories, learned lessons, overcome pain, and yet you are still here. Standing, present, ready to start over. This is a privilege. This is victory. That's the beauty of life. Now, imagine how many people like you are still living trapped in the idea that getting older is just about losing. How many wake up every day believing that there is no way out of tiredness, pain, or hopelessness? But you know there is. You felt that there is. And that's why this path shouldn't stop with you. It can expand, reach more hearts, illuminate more lives. If every word made sense, if something changed within you, allow that transformation to inspire others as well. Record your gesture of gratitude now. Like this video, subscribe to receive more messages like this, and share in the comments the light that touched you today. Each comment is like a testimonial that helps others realize that it is also possible. Each registration is like a vote of confidence that this chain of wisdom will continue to live on. And each like is a sign that the energy that was born within you is ready to spread. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a new cycle in your life. You were reborn today. Reborn in clarity, in serenity, in the silent strength that time cannot erase. And whenever you doubt, come back to these words. Let them be like a beacon, reminding you that there is still a path, there is still energy, there is still light. You have been chosen to hear this now. And so, feel privileged. Privileged to have opened my heart, to have received this message, to be ready to walk differently. Because few understand, but those who do understand become living examples. And you are one of them. So take one last deep breath. Feel the peace running through your body. Feel the light remaining in your mind. Feel the vital energy pulsing in your heart. And take this with you, not just for today, but for all the days to come. The healing has begun. The youth of the soul blossomed. And now, your body will follow that same path. You are transformed. And life from now on will never be the same.